All right, Miss 305 Worldwide, it's your time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kathy. I'm kind of nervous. I'm really not outspoken, but I will be today. My topic today is the mind, our heart, and our mouth. The mind as an entry point is the seed. It all starts here. In Romans 12:2, it says, "Do not conform to the patterns of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." We must replace old worldly ways of thinking with God's truth. True behavioral change is always a byproduct of a reprogrammed mind. Our mind is where it all starts, and it takes root, and that is why we need to be conformed to his word and not the world. Paul warns us not to let the surrounding culture and secular patterns squeeze them into a mold, which shapes us. But we should be transformed by the renewing of our minds, which means the change comes from the inside out. As our mind renews and restores, a person becomes more spiritually equipped to understand and embrace God's will rather than their own desires and our own understanding. In our mind, it starts and it leaks into our heart. Matthew 12:34 says, "You brood of vipers, how can you who are evil say anything good? For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of." Luke 6:45 says, "A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of." These verses leads us to our heart, and this is our overflow. Have you ever accidentally spilled a full cup of coffee or tea? When the cup is bumped or shaken, whatever's inside spills out. It is a physical certainty a cup filled with coffee cannot spill water. The human heart operates under the same law. Life will challenge us. People will shake us. In those moments of pressure, whatever fills our inner world is exactly what will spill out of our mouth. The verse says that says, "Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks," is a profound spiritual and also psychological reality. It tells us that our speech is not random. Words are the overflow of our deepest thoughts, insecurities, values, and influences. Our mouth is the heart's spokesman. Jesus says that speech is the physical manifestation of our thoughts and desires. Our tongue cannot speak what is not already in our heart. Matthew 15:18 says, "But the things that come out of the person's mouth come from the heart, and these defile them." We have to check our hearts. We have to identify where our overflow comes from. Some examples are our own casual conversations, our careless words, our inner circle, people that are close to us, gossip, endless complaining, and quick-tempered, which are leaked through unresolved bitterness, fear, or even pride within us. Now, how do we test this with our own hearts? The best way to test our heart is when we are under pressure, when we are tired, frustrated, or even criticized. Our true heart condition is instantly revealed. What we consume matters. What our mind, our heart consume eventually spills out. What we listen to, what we watch, and people we surround ourselves with matters as well. You cannot change the tongue merely by trying harder to censor yourself. You must change the content of your heart. Speech reveals your true spiritual identity. Just as a tree is known for its fruits, a heart is known by its words. James 3:11 says, "Can both fresh water and salt water come from the same spring? Note that a spring cannot pour out of fresh and bitter water. If bitter words come out the source, which is our heart, it's bitter." In Proverbs 18:21, it says that our words can either build up or destroy. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Our mouth is very powerful, and it can even bring your own self down. We have to be careful even what we say to ourselves. I have a little testimony to say. This is really hard for me. Back then, I used to watch and hear talk different. This is before Christ. Same things were easier than others, leave and replace with godly things. But the enemy knew where I was weak at. He would always start with my mind, repeating things to me. I'm sorry. You're not good enough. You can't do that. That eventually leaked into my heart, and I spoke it against myself. I used to be depressed. I used to have anxiousness. But I'm here to tell you that the enemy is a liar and a deceiver, and God gave us the authority through Jesus Christ to trample over the schemes of the enemy. Thank you. In Romans 8:6, it says, "The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace." In 2 Corinthians 10:5, it says, "We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ." So I'm here to tell you to let the Lord God take over your life. Like he has done with me, he can do with you. So let go and let God. And we have to replace it with certain things. Our mind with prayer, our heart with reading his word, our mouth with worship.